Hello and welcome to Home Cycle. Today we're going to be talking about brake bleeding. Specifically, the three procedures that I've generally used. One is the gravity bleed, two is the regular style pump and bleed, and the third style is the vacuum bleed. As always, before you begin, please refer to your service manual for your particular vehicle. That way, especially with the newer ones with the ABS, they have different procedures you have to use, along with possibly special software computers. But first, we're going to start off with our gravity bleed. It's a style that I've used a lot on a lot of the older bikes. Basically, what you do is you make sure you've got plenty of fluid in there, and then you just come down and you bust loose your bleeder screw, and I usually just walk away overnight. That allows any air to escape from the top or the bottom. Then what I'll do is the next day when I come in, I'll pop it off, tighten it up, top off any fluid, and then I'll go on to the next one. The next style we'll be talking about is the regular pump and bleed. That's where you'll take and you'll pump your handle, your control, you'll hold it down, let it loose. Keep holding your control down and tighten it. Let it loose. Continue to pump that action until it comes out with no air. Alright, we're going to go ahead and top off the fluids. And the third style we're going to talk about today is the vacuum bleeding. It's especially handy if you don't have an assistant and if you can't reach, say, the control and the caliper bleed screw at the same time. What you'll do is you'll take the end of the hose, attach it to the bleed screw, you'll pump up, creating a vacuum, then you'll loosen up your screw, and it'll pull the air out. Again, you want to continue to do this to remove all bubbles. If you're doing a brake flush, what you want to do is continue to do it until you get all clean fluid. A lot of your manufacturers recommend every 2 to 3 years to do a complete flush. That way you get fresh fluid in there, because your brake fluid does absorb moisture, and moisture does not compress like your brake fluid does. Once you're finished, you want to tighten up your bleed screw, remove your hose. You want to top off your fluid again. Reinstall your cap. Tighten it all up. Make sure you clean up your mess. If you've got any painted parts you're going to be working around, you want to make sure to cover those up before you begin. Brake fluid is not good for paint. And once you get all that buttoned up, you can move on to the next set of brakes. If you want to do the rear, or if you're done, just clean up everything, put away your tools, and get out and ride. Thank you.